My friends, I wanted to come on and do a soul tribe reading. I missed you yesterday. I was just feeling I was not feeling myself yesterday again. They say that healing is not, a straight line. Healing is more like a roller coaster. Some days you feel good, some days you don't feel so good. So yesterday morning, I actually woke up feeling very upset. Not my finest moment. I had a few meltdowns, or what I call meltdowns, where I just kind of shut down. I did have, a few, I call it like, I'm being very vulnerable with you guys. I was very much in Knight of Swords energy, so I was acting like really impulsively, maybe a little bit irritated, agitated. Anyway, I wanted to share my day with you because it's soul tribe reading. It's what I do. But anyway, yesterday after my kind of roller coaster day, when I got home in the afternoon, I reflected whether or not I wanted to do readings, and I felt like if I was to do readings, I would be forcing my energy because I was not feeling good. My eyes were actually like, I did not look good yesterday. My eyes were bloodshot. I didn't sleep well the night before. I actively seek peace, solace, and healing. Interesting affirmation. Anyway, they say that can happen before change happens in your life, or before a breakthrough, or before your manifestation comes in. So I feel like something's, brewing in my life. I feel like something is like bubbling up to the surface, or is going to bubble up to the surface. I'm not really sure. I know that soul tribe reading, complete transparency with you guys, I feel like I'm being called to change my life, like my everyday life. And I'm trying to figure that out. It doesn't have anything to do with reading tarot or having my own channel. It has to do with like personal things. But I feel like right now, yesterday, what I was feeling was almost like, what am I trying to say? What word am I trying to think of? Not antsiness, but like there's this unsettled feeling like something's out of alignment. That's what it feels like. So I've been thinking a lot about that. And yesterday I went out, but like I just had to get out of my house by myself. And I was on my way home, and my higher self, it was so strange. My higher self was like, you should go to a restaurant and eat. Like, not me, okay? Do I enjoy 2 restaurants out of all the restaurants in my city? Yes, I do. Only those 2. I don't like going to other ones. Like, I'm not talking about fast food. I'm talking about like restaurants where you go in and you sit down. I am not somebody who likes to, go out a lot. And once I have something that's safe, I kind of stick with it. Again, maybe that has something to do with the restlessness that I'm feeling, because I feel like I don't know what it's about, but I feel like I'm needing to branch out in my life. Anyway, so I was on my way home, and I was getting this download from my higher self. You should go out to eat by yourself. And I tell you, in my entire life of 40 years, I have never eaten by myself. At home, yes. I have never gone to a restaurant and eaten by myself. I've never gone to a movie by myself. I've probably, I don't even go for coffee by myself. And I've always been someone who needed someone autistic. I needed someone to guide me, to speak for me, to be my voice. And I'm finding that this last year, I've been finding more and more and more of myself, more of my own voice, wanting to be more independent, doing things that, maybe I relied on other people to be doing. So on my way home, I was thinking about this, and my ego was like, no, you can't go eat by yourself. What will people think? People will stare at you. You don't have your headphones. Like, what will people think? And I passed an accident by the restaurant, and some people would say, that's your sign not to go, but I didn't see that as my sign not to go. I was seeing that as soon as I saw that accident and the fact that there was traffic, my first instinct was, my ego was like, good, now you don't have to go. Now you can use the excuse that there was an accident, so you thought it would be better just to keep going and to not go there. Like I said, I only eat at 2 restaurants, so the accident happened to happen right in front of this restaurant that I wanted to go eat in. So I was like, I drove past the restaurant, drove past this accident. I'm like, yeah, today's not the day. Today's not the day. I'll do it another day. I'll cross that bridge another day. Clearly it's something that was difficult for me, you know? Past the accident, and something in me just said, turn around. So I did a U-turn, and I turned around, and I went back to the restaurant, and I went in. Table for one? You're on your own? Yep. Like, anyway, I texted my sister, I texted my partner, and I was like, I'm going out to eat by myself. And they were like, you're what? You're going out to eat by yourself? Like, these are the 2 people that have needed to hold my hand, you know, as long as I've known them. My sister has needed to hold my hand. Texted my friend Michelle. Shout out to Michelle if you're watching this. And, you know, she said, I hope you're not too uncomfortable. And I said, you know what the crazy thing is? I'm not uncomfortable at all. I thought I would be uncomfortable. When I used to do things by myself in the past, it was incredibly hard for me, lots of anxiety. But since awakening, I feel different. And I actually wasn't uncomfortable. And it was like, I know it sounds so simple to some people, like, oh, you just went to eat by yourself. But to me, it was like huge. It also has to do with that mentality of, you know, not waiting for someone else to take me out for a meal, to be that partner that you want. And I felt like breakfast, so I took myself out for breakfast. Anyway, to me, it was an accomplishment. It was a milestone, even though it was so small. To me, it was a huge milestone, especially where I had the excuse to just keep going with that accident, but I went back. And I'm really happy that I did it. And my own company isn't so bad, you know? So yeah, I had breakfast and I sat there and I wasn't worried about what anybody was thinking of me for being alone. It occurred to me how I used to think things like that. And to me, I don't normally have that type of thought when I see someone else alone. So anyway, it was something that I wanted to share with you guys because I feel like you guys get it in a way that other people don't. Anyway, and if I haven't told you today, you're bloody brilliant. You're bloody fucking brilliant. I hope YouTube doesn't take it down for me saying the F word. But you're bloody brilliant. Remember the other day, you're bloody brilliant. I was so happy when I saw all the comments of, I'm bloody brilliant. I was like, fuck yeah, you are. I loved it. I love it. It's amazing. And I love you guys. And yeah, I just didn't feel, I felt like if I had came on yesterday, I would have just cried. So yeah, today I'm in different spirits today. I'm feeling much better, and I just wanted to share that with you. Thank you for listening. I know it doesn't have to do anything with anything, but maybe, you know, maybe you're someone who struggles doing things by yourself. Maybe you're someone who, when I mentioned going out to eat alone, maybe you were like, oh my gosh, I would never do that. I know that some of you, though, are super independent. I am going to read from that book today, you guys. I really felt that, I know that a lot of you found that message really hard the other day. A lot of you said, like, if I let go of who's left in my life that are, you know, not treating me very nicely, who will be left? But what value are they bringing? Maybe more value would happen when you're on your own. Anyway, I know it was a hard subject, leaving people who aren't ready to love you, letting them go. I'm not going to lie, I'm struggling right now. I'm in the middle of birthday season with a bunch of people that I'm not talking to, and it's their birthdays, and the compassionate empath in me wants to reach out and say happy birthday. But how can I explain it? Every other day has not been how can I explain it? I just don't. How can I explain it? I've been struggling with this. Yesterday was my dad's birthday, so I feel like I was picking up on a lot of my dad's energy. Hang on. remember how I was telling you I was feeling agitated and a little bit annoyed, you know, with the world, with everything. And now that I'm saying that, like, I really was picking up on my dad's energy. But I also know that it's easy for people to say, oh, well, it's just their birthday. You should reach out. It's the nice thing to do to say happy birthday. But what about the other 364 days of the year? I wasn't, you know, that whole letting go of people who aren't ready to love you. I wasn't worth talking to the other 364 days of the year. And what's really interesting is I was thinking about this. You know, in therapy, I learned when you go no contact means no contact. It means you don't reach out on their birthday. And some people who have narcissistic tendencies will, you know, get mad if you don't reach out on their birthday, or they use that as a way to, you know, contact you, or I don't even know. I'm not even making sense anymore, but I've been thinking about this because, like I said, I'm stuck in the middle of birthday season of all these people's birthdays that I'm not talking to, or who aren't talking to me. And I was thinking about this like all morning. Should I have reached out? Should I reach out for the ones that are upcoming? And I asked for like a sign from the universe, and I didn't type any of this out. So don't give me that algorithm crap. And I open up TikTok and I come across this TikTok, should you reach out on somebody's birthday? And it was this like very long, almost 10-minute TikTok about why you shouldn't reach out just because it's someone's birthday. It doesn't change what happened between the two of you. It doesn't change that person, you know, didn't see your value and mistreated you or pushed you away or shut the door or whatever it is. And by saying happy birthday, you're just showing them or communicating that what they did was okay and that you're still thinking and available to them. Does that make sense? Anyway, the ego's a bitch. So, that's me. But I mention these things because sometimes you guys are struggling with things like this too. Like, I am not someone who doesn't like to reach out to someone on their birthday. I'm someone who loves to celebrate birthdays. I'm someone who like puts so much thought into people's birthdays. I start planning what to get them months before. I'm that person who, if you tell me that as a kid you liked something, I'm going to make a mental note of that and try and find it for you. If you tell me that your favorite color is this, or your favorite animal is this, or your favorite movie is this, I'm someone who, like, I love birthdays. I've always loved celebrating other people's birthdays, not my own, other people's birthdays. So it's not that I don't have a heart. But I also don't think that just because it's somebody's birthday, we should break a boundary, if that makes sense. So anyway, I'm feeling like I said, I'm feeling the energy lately because I'm like thinking about all these people who have birthdays right now that, you know, I'm not talking to. And then very out of the blue last night, again, soul tribe reading, pointless information. Out of the blue last night, someone that I haven't spoken to in like 7 years contacted me. A friend. I haven't heard from him in 7 years. And I just felt like, I don't know, it felt really nice to hear from him. To hear that I was on his mind, because we were really good friends. We used to work together. We were really good friends. And after I had kids, I lost touch with him. And so again, I haven't talked to him in 7 years. I remember 7 years ago, we kind of touched base again to say hello. Hang on. Anyway, it was just after that reading we did the other day, which is like, let go of people who aren't ready to love you. It's going to get lonely. It's going to get dark. And yesterday I was feeling so alone. And then 7 years, like, blast from the past. Again, he was a really good friend of mine, and we worked together, and we had really good work banter. And he used to call me Special K because my name is Kelly, and that's exactly how he greeted me. He was like, Special K! He's like, I was thinking about you the other day and realized that you and I haven't spoken in years. And he's like, I'm just wondering what you're doing, how your kids are. And I just really felt like reaching out. And I thought, that's so, like, there's someone who's thinking, you know. Anyway, it was just really nice to hear from him after so many years. Anyway, so my point is that sometimes we have to let go of the people who aren't ready to love us to make room for the people who are ready to love us. Anyway, let's get into this freaking reading. So I talked over myself, but I decided to use the same deck that we were using the other day because I really enjoyed it. That you're bloody brilliant. So the Intuitive Whispers Oracle, thank you to whoever gave this to me. I have my suspicions of who it is, but I'm going to leave that to myself. I'm just crying a little, sorry. I wouldn't be me if I wasn't crying. And 36, one next step. So this is an action card guiding you to take action. You are ready. Trust and take the leap. One next step. Interesting. So what are you taking a step towards? It's magic. Guess what page it's on? Just guess. 110, 111. Magic. We're back in alignment, baby. The reason I'm saying that is because we had all those soul tribe readings where every single reading I would open up to 11111. Remember? We're back in alignment, baby. We're back. What if you could step into the unknown? Now I'm hearing into the unknown. What if you followed your instincts rather than following the crowd? So often we stop ourselves from taking action out of the fear that we might get it wrong, or we are not clear on exactly where we are going. This moment is the time to stop procrastinating. Listen to your gut feeling and take the next step. It could be designing a mood board, starting a novel, getting out into nature, or whatever you desire. The first step is the hardest. So take a deep breath, face the direction you want to go, and step forward. The rest will follow. I'm sorry, I have to interrupt myself with a song. As I was reading that, the first cut is the deepest started playing in my head, so if that's symbolic to anyone. How to take one next step. Place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths, feeling your belly and chest rise and fall. In your mind's eye, picture yourself 5 years from now. Where are you? How do you feel? What are you doing and who are you with? With that vision, ask yourself, what is one practical step I can take to move towards that vision? Open your eyes and go for it. So that's beautiful. So whatever it is that you're thinking about taking a leap of faith towards, maybe start taking down-to-earth steps towards it, even if they're small, even if it's just planting small little pentacles, even if it's just, creating a business name or creating a business plan, or if you're someone who wants to do public speaking, maybe take a course on public speaking. I didn't. Maybe I should have. I'm not saying that you need to, but, it's about feeling like you're doing something, and I talk about that with when I was being called to do this. I got to the point where I felt, like I needed to start doing anything to work towards it. So just small little things like naming my channel, starting a channel, but not doing anything with it for months. For those of you who follow me on TikTok, I'm basically not going to post on TikTok anymore, I've decided. It's nothing against anybody on TikTok or against TikTok. It's just not the vibe over there, the hate, the judgments. It's even just not on my page. I'm talking about in general on other people's pages. It's just, I like Instagram much better. So if you're waiting for me to post on TikTok, I probably won't be. I've basically moved over to Instagram because I like it better there. Anyway, let's keep going, my friends. So one next step. We have feel, don't think. 4. And this reminds 4 Emperor energy. So what I was saying, Emperor energy. And it says feel, don't think. And what I'm hearing is I have a card that talks about masculine energy. And I'm hearing know your worth. Don't think about what your worth is. Don't wonder if you're worth something or if you're good enough. Know it. Feel it. Feel your own worth is what I'm hearing. Beautiful. So sweet. So let's see what this says. 4. 436 could be symbolic, or 364. Didn't I? That's weird, because I randomly said, what about the other 364 days of the year when I was talking about birthdays? So that's weird. 364, interesting. To connect fully to your intuition, you must first stop thinking and instead feel into your body. Yep, stop thinking. Throw that logical sense right out the window. The mind is a thinking machine designed to analyze the past and predict the future. It's supposed to filter our expectations, but it can often make decisions based on past experiences rather than intuition. It is by feeling back into the body that you can begin to discover what is right for you in the present moment. It's time to let the mind rest and tap into the innate wisdom, your intuitive whispers that lie deep within you. Oh my gosh, this is on page 38, which is 11. Sorry. I'm not sorry. You will know when you have arrived into feeling when everything seems clear and unwavering. How to feel, not think. Find a comfortable seated position and close your eyes. Take 8 rounds of box breathing. This is new to me, box breathing. I think they're going to explain it here. I have a runny nose. I need to go get a Kleenex. So take 8 rounds of box breathing. 4 seconds inhaling, 4 seconds holding, 4 seconds exhaling, 4 seconds holding. Interesting. 4, 4, 4, 4 could be symbolic, and it's 4. Move your awareness to your toes and scan upward through your body. Slowly feel into every part of yourself, inviting the muscles to soften as you do. From this place of deep relaxation, check in with how your body feels. Let your body respond through feeling. So let's get another one. And yesterday I bought myself this hoodie. Gift yourself, stop it. What? I was just, before that card came out, I was just like, tell them about your hoodie and about, I was feeling kind of down and I saw this pink hoodie that I thought, I like that pink hoodie. It's light pink. And I love hoodies. You guys know how much I love hoodies. Anyway, and I'm very tall. I don't know if you guys knew that about me, but I'm like weirdly tall. So my arms and legs are really long. So it actually like fits over my wrists, because most of the time when I buy sweaters, they look like that because of my long arms. So again, pointless information. Why am I telling you this? Because you're my bestie. But yeah, I thought, I'm going to gift myself that hoodie because I love hoodies so much, and it is sweater weather now. Sweater weather. But anyway, as I was thinking about that, gift yourself came out. So that's amazing. So maybe there's something you need to gift to yourself, whether it's, the gift of healing, the gift of reflection, a physical gift. Maybe it's crystals. I'm hearing crystals for some reason. Maybe you've been thinking about gifting yourself some crystals. They do bring very nice energy. I love having crystals, so I support your decision. But, you should gift yourself something. Especially, we were talking about, I was talking about, be the partner you want. Be that, if you would hope somebody would buy you flowers, then buy yourself flowers. If you want if you were hoping that, it'd be nice to get jewelry for a gift, buy yourself some jewelry. So this is a rebuilding card, guiding you to listen to your intuition and rebuild yourself in a healthy, authentic way. So gift yourself. And it can be so hard to, if you are someone who grew up with like financial problems or parents who, you know, my experience was I grew up in a house where, you know, the priorities when it came to money were not good. The priorities were like cigarettes and alcohol, not food and things like that, and paying bills. So I actually grew up with like a lot of trauma when it comes to money and spending money. I think I've explained that to you guys. So you could be someone who has a really hard time giving to yourself. Maybe you do struggle with money. Maybe you struggle to see the value in yourself, in you being worthy of you buying yourself something. And you are worth it. You are worthy. Maybe, you know, somewhere along the way, someone programmed into you that you weren't worthy of things. You weren't worthy of gifts or whatever. Or, like I said, maybe you come from a background where there wasn't much money when you were growing up. Therefore, you grew up kind of feeling that lack mentality or fear of giving to yourself. Could be that you're a people pleaser and you're great at giving. Like, listen to me. I sounded toxic talking about birthdays. Like, I love to give to other people, but when it's my birthday, I hate birthdays. People pleaser. So it's like, it's easier to give to others. It's easier to buy gifts for others, but really you should be putting that energy into yourself is what I'm hearing. Maybe that, you know, I look for the lesson in everything. So maybe that whole thing about birthdays for me, like maybe the whole point for me is next time my birthday rolls around to put more effort into my own birthday. Because I've never done that for myself. I have the abilities that no one else has, and I use them to make the world a better place. That's your affirmation. So gift yourself. And it's on page 92, which is 11. What? Every single card we pulled breaks down to 11. I'm sorry, I don't mean to yell at you. My kids are probably like, what is wrong with her? She's yelling 11. Maybe they think I'm watching Stranger Things. Anyway, what is the best gift you have ever received? What was it about that gift that made it so special? Maybe the gift made you feel loved, seen, and understood. We all love receiving gifts. I do not concur with that. I do not. I was never taught how to receive. Therefore, my entire life, I've hated receiving gifts. Seriously, you know, vulnerability. I was raised to be a people pleaser, and I wasn't taught how to receive love, how to receive that kind of stuff as a kid. So as a grown-up, super uncomfortable with getting gifts, with opening gifts in front of other people. You know, I have this weird thing where I worry that my reaction won't be enough for the person who's giving me the gift, which screams trauma. These are all things I realized in therapy. Like, these are all things I've been working on for years. For example, just random trauma fact. When was it? It was over a year ago. I think I've told you guys this. It was over a year ago. Because of the donations I was getting on my channel, I decided I'm going to finally buy myself an iPad. And it took me months to even look at that iPad. I had so much weirdness about getting it for myself, so much trauma, that I actually felt shame whenever I would use it. And it wasn't until I started doing personal readings and things like that I started using my iPad. And now, you know, why do people message me when I'm doing soul tribe reading? Anyway, let's get back to it. We all love, I've been very talkative, and I'm trying not to apologize for being talkative. I apologize for the buzzing on my watch. We all love receiving gifts, but it can also be joyful to give a thoughtful gift to someone else, spending time and effort thinking about what they would love. What if you could gift yourself with that same level of love and thoughtfulness? What do you desire in this moment? Here's your chance to give it to yourself, a gesture of self-love because you're worth it. How to gift yourself. Write yourself a gift list of things you would truly love to receive: a massage, a candle, some bath salts, a cinema trip, a change of scenery. I need to restart this. Hang on. Look through your list to discover what you desire most right now. It is an exercise in both receiving and exploring your desires and whatever your body is craving at this moment. Then go ahead and gift yourself. There you go. Let's get another. To be honest, I could just sit here and read the whole deck to you. Let's get one more. And then we'll read from that book. One more. Let go of control. So listen, on the bottom we have the power of silence. So for some of you, maybe you are in no contact with someone. I did spend a lot of time talking about that whole birthday thing. So maybe you're in no contact with someone. Maybe, maybe you're having a hard time being silent with that person. But we have 27. Which is on page 90, and it equals 9, so that's double nines, 9, because it's 27-9 on page 90. If you have picked this card, chances are you're holding on to control in a certain area of your life. We usually do this because we think we are protecting ourselves or fear what might happen if we let go. But this is your chance to be brave and release control. Often it is false delusion that we have control in the first place that stops us from moving forward. You may be limiting yourself by staying stuck in familiar territory rather than releasing into the unlimited unknown. Be brave enough to jump in, let go. What if just on the other side of control is freedom? You might be controlling an emotion for fear that if you felt it, you might get stuck in it. Whereas the truth is, if you allowed yourself to feel, the emotion would release. And we were talking about that the other day, about how sometimes suppressing emotions prolongs them from healing. You might be feeling like you need to hold everything or everyone in your life together in case you fall into chaos, when really, by feeling the fear, you will notice that you feel much calmer and clearer. Be brave and let go. How to let go of control. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in and out. No. Close your eyes and take a full deep breath in and a full breath out. Ask yourself the question, where am I holding on to control? Listen to the response from your body. Notice where you're physically holding control and what sensations of control are. Take a full body shake. Stand up and shake your legs, feet, arms, and hands to allow the body to physically let go. Say out loud, I let go and trust in the unknown. So there could be something that you have to let go of. Could have to do with talking to someone, silence, the power of silence on the bottom. And it's also Empress energy, guiding you back to stillness so that you can listen to the wisdom of silence. That's the section this card is in. And it's on page 36, which is 9. So we had 999. How often are you in silence, existing in a place without the distraction of music, screens, work, or people? So it could also have to do with, we talked about this the other day too, about hearing that intuitive whisper that card was talking about. Sometimes you need to remove distractions in order to hear it. There is a deep internal power that can only be accessed from that silence. This is your intuition, and your intuition whispers. Anxiety screams, intuition whispers. That's why sometimes you need to meditate and have silence in order to hear the whispers. It is always there, but it takes the discipline of consistent practice to become comfortable enough in the silence to hear it. If you're reading this card, take this as your first whisper to reconnect to the silence and listen. At first, it might sound loud. The mind will try and find any way to distract you, creating to-do lists and replaying events, but you must persevere. At the other side of the chatter is a powerful silence, and from within that silence, your inner confidence will begin to come through. How to access the power of silence? Close your eyes and listen. Tune into every sound you can hear, both far away and close by. Don't get caught up in the sounds, just notice them. Bring your awareness to your breath as it enters and leaves the body. Whenever your mind wanders, which it inevitably will, simply invite your awareness back to your breathing. Now move your awareness to the space between the breaths, the silence at the end of the inhale and the silence at the end of the exhale. Let yourself drift into these silences and listen. And I think I've told you, I guess we're done with that. Spirit says no more. I think I've told you guys that, if you're someone who worries that you can't meditate because you have a busy mind, it's not, and you can't quiet your mind, you will reach that quiet, but it's not always about quieting the mind. Sometimes it's about, or stopping those thoughts, I mean. It is about quieting the mind, but it's about learning how to not let those thoughts have power over you. So it's about seeing those thoughts, and like that card said, acknowledge them, but let them pass by. You don't have to spend energy on them. Just notice them, take note of them, and then return your focus back to your breathing. But yeah, that's what we have for you. So let's put these away and we'll get that book. So, someone asked what this was called again. When You're Ready, This Is How You Heal, by Brianna Wiest, something like that. To me, it looks like heist, so Weist. Anyway. So we already read Letting Go of the People Who Aren't Ready to Love You. 47 Ways to Practice Micro Healing in Your Everyday Life. Oh, this is nice. 42. Nice. Interesting. So, number 1, do something that your future self will thank you for, even if it is small. Like getting a pink sweater. Whoops, I just hit myself in the face. Appreciate something you have today that your past self would be impressed by, even if it feels normal now. Beautiful. I think that's what I was doing when I was ranting about my pink sweater and eating by myself. So now you need to do that. 3, start saying thank you for what you want as though it has already happened. Write it down, say it out loud. Even once is enough. So start saying thank you. 4, learn the power of momentum. Start with small tasks in the day and let it build. 5, make one tiny shift in the right direction. Drink 1/2 glass of water. Walk around the block. Take one deep breath. 6, just for today, let yourself feel how you feel. That's a really important one. Just feel your feelings. Even that, make one tiny shift in the right direction. I love that because so many times when we're thinking about taking a step in a direction, we're hit with our ego. We're hit with, well, but I only have this much. Oh, I don't have time for that. Oh, I could, but maybe I'll do that tomorrow. I'll start working out on Monday. This is saying, if you are intending to drink more water, start right now by drinking 1/2 glass of water. If you're intending on starting to walk around half the block right now. That'll only take you 5 minutes, depending on where you live. If you're someone who's thinking about practicing more deep breathing, take a deep breath right now. 7, find a healthy, productive distraction for when your mind needs to be rerouted. So a healthy distraction, not an unhealthy one. 8, unfollow every single person who makes you feel bad about yourself. 9, see your discomfort as your subconscious way of telling yourself that you are capable of more and better than you have at this current moment. 10, junk journal. Open up a notebook and scribble down exactly how you feel. Stop trying to invalidate them with positivity. That will arise on its own once your subconscious is more clear. I didn't know there was a name for it, junk journaling. So I've actually done junk journaling without knowing what it was. And I even mentioned the situation to you that I was at a hotel in a city alone. I didn't even go to eat by myself there when I was alone. I ordered food and then went and hid in my room and ate. But I remember telling you guys how I was sitting outside feeling all of these things, not feeling very positive. So I just started writing them down. Like, I feel like I take up too much space. I feel like I don't belong anywhere. I feel... Anyway, junk journaling, you know, like just get it out of your head and onto paper, get it out of your body. Especially if you're an overthinker, just start, you know, jotting that stuff, get it out, get it out, get it out, get it out. Anyway, 11, let yourself dream. Imagine what you want to build and create next in your life. 12, give yourself something to look forward to. Hang on. That's how I respond to almost anything. Like if somebody accidentally touches me, I'm like, Anyway, our fire alarm was going off. I think the batteries need replaced because that happened last night as well. So give yourself something to look forward to. Plan a trip, make a date, take yourself out somewhere. Take yourself out for breakfast. 13, is there something you need to change in your... If there's something you need to change in your life, start today. Stop putting it off. I am queen of putting things off. Like, oh, I'll start that next week. Oh, I'll start that on Monday. Oh, I'll start that tomorrow. Procrastination. Look for new jobs. Write a letter to someone you need to apologize to. If time is not resolving the matter, then time may be waiting on you. And I want to just say that if there's seriously, if there's someone you want to apologize to, apologize, you know, say it. But don't be apologizing to people, please, is what I was hearing. Like if there's someone that, for some reason I heard that. 14, do not believe everything that you think. 15, do not trust everything that you feel. 16, think back on everything you worried about that turned out to be nothing, and how sometimes our fears lead us to believe our worst thoughts are the most real. 17, think back to all those times you had strong, overwhelming feelings that you didn't really understand, and realize that sometimes you just had to learn how to let them pass. 18, do something each day that helps you get to know yourself better. Write down what you like and what you don't. Identify your values, your beliefs, your hopes, and your fears. 19, spend time with people who understand you. Soul Tribe. 20, do something for someone without asking for anything in return. 21, don't be afraid to disengage. Spend less time on your phone. Decline events that make you feel drained at the end. Remember the sacredness of your energy and attention. 22, read something that makes you think about the world differently. We're on it. We're already on 22. We're doing it right now. 23, note what comes effortlessly to you. Within this is the key to your future. 24, note what is interesting to you. Within this is the key to your purpose. 25, note what you struggle with the most. Within this is a key to what you're here to heal. 26, practice standing up for yourself in a healthy way. Look in the mirror and practice setting boundaries. Learn to speak your truth with dignity and grace. For some reason, I just had the image of Ross from Friends when he's practicing his vows, and he's like, I do. And I was just seeing someone in the mirror practicing no. Practice saying no. And practice not over apologizing for saying no. That's the one thing that I've been, like, when I say no, I've been having to stop myself from like making excuses why I'm saying no, or over apologizing, or saying like, oh, I feel so bad, but I can't. Even if I do feel bad, that you should be able to unapologetically say no and put up a boundary. Do you know what I mean? So practice that firm no is what I'm hearing. Yeah, let's keep going. We're on page 29, which is 11. Recognize that whatever bothers you the most about other people This is so true. This is so true. Recognize that whatever bothers you the most about other people can reveal the unconscious truth about yourself. Use these discomforts as opportunities to heal your own invisible wounds. So if somebody is triggering you, or if you're like thinking a certain way about someone, like, oh, that person's treating me in this way, think about it. Maybe that's a wound that you're projecting. Yesterday, I've done it before. I'll probably do it again. I'm not proud of it. But yesterday morning when I was when I was very irritated, and I said I was like Knight of Swords being really intense with like my partner, I ended up like getting upset about the fact that we had been trying to organize our closet, and at some point like that just stopped, and now the closet is a freaking mess. And in that moment I was like, I'm upset that you're not doing anything about it. But then after reflecting, I was thinking like, really, I'm upset at myself that I haven't done anything about it. So then I took it upon myself to deal with the closet. Does that make sense? Anyway, 28, lean in deeply to that which brings you joy. 29, do something special for the people you really care about, even if it's just a reminder text of how much they're loved. So let me just tell you guys how much you're loved and how much I appreciate you and how you're my people. 30, create a vision board. 31, study the daily habits of people you admire. 32, study the daily habits of the people you do not admire. 33, when you feel the impulse to judge another person, remind yourself that every time you do so, you only continue to narrow your own self-approval. That's a big one. I talk a lot about passing judgments on others in some of my love readings because I get a lot of people passing judgments on like situations, and that's a really important one. Again, when you're judging someone, just like when you're projecting onto someone, reflect about why you're judging them. Why are you judging them? 34, state what you are feeling in clear and honest terms. This will help you process and accept it, even if it doesn't make complete sense to you right now. 35, interrogate one negative thought. Instead of running on autopilot, stop and ask yourself, is this true? Do I know for a fact this is true, and who told me? 36, then ask yourself, does this thought help me move my life in the direction I would like it to go? 37, give yourself permission to rest. I love this one. If all you were able to do today was wake up and breathe, that's okay. Make a to-do list, then cut it in half. Then cut it in half again. You should be left with the one or two most imperative tasks. Focus on those and only those and go from there. And I think sometimes when we do to-do lists, we put on way more than we can handle. So I love this one. Make a to-do list, then rip it in half, and then rip it in half again, and start with that. That would be a quarter? Meditate on how far you've come. Make a list of all the things you have to do, that you have, do, and feel that Meditate on how far you've come. Make a list of all the things you have, do, and feel that you never imagined would be possible. I want to do all of these right now. Meditate on how much you've overcome. Consider everything that happened in the past that you swore you'd never get over, and note that you always did. You're still here. 41, express genuine gratitude. Find something you are actually happy to have. 42, if feeling good is too far from where you're at, just try and feel neutral. 43, sleep when you were tired. Yes. 44, eat when you were hungry. Listen to your body, especially if you're someone who's just, the reason I bring up the label autistic a lot is because I feel like a lot of us spiritual beings are actually, that's the label they've given us. But this sleep when you're tired, eat when you're hungry, neurodivergent people can sometimes have a really hard time reading knowing what their body is trying to tell them. So the more that you listen to your body and the more like you give into those feelings, the more your body will talk to you. Anyway. This one might be the most important one. It is for me. Pause before you react. You are allowed to be angry, but you will want to be mindful of allowing that feeling to make you take action that could impact your safety or the quality of life for years to come. 46. Write yourself a note in which you outline exactly what to do when you have a panicky feeling. When you're thinking clearly, tell yourself what to do when you're not. I really like that, writing a letter to yourself to read when you're feeling panicked. You know, even if one day you're feeling super tapped into your intuition and you're believing in all of it, write yourself a letter confirming that, so that on days when you're not feeling it and your ego's really acting up, you can read that letter to yourself. 47. Remember that you're mortal. All of this will pass. No time is guaranteed. You are not stuck forever. Life moves quickly and it does not stop. You are only here for a moment. Try and savor it as much as you can. And then the next chapter, which I won't read right now. The truth of who you are is more than you let yourself believe. And it talks about infinite versions of you existing, which makes me think of timelines and how multiple timelines are available for you to choose from, whether you believe that or not. But yeah, that's what we have. Hang on. So I just went and grabbed, I can't remember what this deck is called. It's Postcards from Spirit, I think. Postcards from Spirit. And I'm just going to give it a shuffle and we're going to see what message you need to hear from Spirit, God, your higher self, your angels, whatever it is that you resonate with. I'm going to cut the deck and then I'm going to shuffle. So I don't know if you guys, I'll just ask you, what do you guys think of the movie The Matrix? Because I've only ever seen it once and I clearly was not paying attention when I watched it. I think I was only watching it because somebody around me was like, oh, you really need to see it. And I was like in people pleasing mode. So I was like, sure, let's watch it. I've always wanted to see it. Anyway, I know that when I was learning tarot, I heard somebody describe the tarot journey using The Matrix, the movie. Anyway, and I've been seeing clips from it lately and I've been intuitively being guided to watch it. So I was just wondering what your thoughts on The Matrix, the movie, is. That's all. So what do we have here? Dearest you, we here on the other side have one important thing to declare. Love is the answer to literally everything. We don't necessarily mean romantic or erotic love, although they are wonderful, but something above and beyond that. Everything alive in the world was first created by love. Spirit sends love to animate life and birth into existence. Birth it into existence. Love is without conditions, and it is based in reverence and a fierce, joyful respect for life. Love thrives when you focus on it. And we want you to turn away from anything that causes it to wane. Love is when you no longer see yourself as other, separate from, better or less than. When you act as love, you give permission to the world to thrive and grow as it will. Can you let go of what is not love and ask, what would love do? Love is waiting for you always and forever. We just adore you over here. I love that. So you have people on the other side who just adore you because you're bloody brilliant. And we'll get one more. You came out very quickly. Dear you, do you feel like you need to do all the work and fix everything for everyone, or you might have no value? Maybe you think you need control over everything, or else nothing will get done, be healed, be completed, etc. You may think you need to conform to what others expect of you, or to choose a course of action to manipulate an outcome, but we don't think that would be a good choice. How about this? Even if it makes you temporarily uncomfortable, do something different. Set that boundary, delegate responsibility to another, ask for your needs to be met. And when faced with an impossible situation or sticky, enmeshed relationship, repeat this mantra: I didn't cause it, I can't control it, and it's not my job to cure it. Then carry on. Feels good, doesn't it? The best part of everything just seems to work out beautifully and honestly in the end. I love you so, so much. I just feel the need to repeat this mantra for you. I didn't cause it, I can't control it, and it's not my job to cure it. So I'm going to leave it there, my friends. It was lovely to see you. It was lovely to spend time with you. My day does just, my day does, oh my gosh, my day just doesn't, there we go, just doesn't feel the same when I don't get to interact with my soul family. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being a safe space for me. Thank you for making this soul tribe possible, because without you being a part of it, it wouldn't exist. Like all of you that comment, it wouldn't be possible without all of you. So I'm sending you guys lots of love. I'm glad we found each other. Like, I'm glad our paths aligned, and I will see you tomorrow. Remember, you're bloody brilliant. Maybe practice saying something, setting a boundary in the mirror like that talked about. But yeah, I'm sending you guys so much love and light, and I will see you tomorrow, my friends. Bye. Take care of yourself, drink some water, eat something healthy. Even treat yourself to a cookie, I'm hearing. Bye.